Hello everyone, welcome back to more of A Monsters Expedition. I think this is probably going to be the last video I record of this game. The game is fine, I just am not personally invested in the puzzles so much. I don't know, this kind of puzzle I do not find very satisfying for whatever reason. At the end of a puzzle I don't feel like, oh wow, I was so smart for solving it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I felt dumb for a while and now it's done. Like, I don't know. The solutions, sometimes I can kind of work them out through a deductive process, but sometimes it feels like I'm just sort of stumbling around and I eventually land on a solution, which could be fine, but wait, what the heck am I supposed to do here? Anyway, my point is just to this game is fine. If you like these kinds of puzzles, I'm sure you love this game. For me, it's kind of meh. I can't do anything with this, right? Unless I get more help from somewhere else somehow. I can't even roll it anywhere. So, nothing up there. And nowhere else to go up here, although that's kind of cool. It's a boat. So, do I need to bring another log here somehow? Or arrive from a different direction and blow up some rocks or something? There's no other trees to work with here. And the one I have is clearly useless. Right? Ah! I mean, like, I could do this, get the log down here, but it's still useless. So I think I just can't make any progress here. And indeed, there are no footsteps here, so I guess I should know that. So it says I could solve this puzzle, the one I was stuck on last time. Where else could I go? Well, we've done a lot of puzzles, haven't we? They certainly are kind of nice and bite-sized. Even the ones that take a while, you have time for several in one video. I actually don't see any other footsteps anywhere. Is that right? Well. Oh look, it's even got a little thing pointing to me where I can go to find footsteps. That's nice. So, I guess that means this is my only way forward right now, right? Or maybe there's like optional puzzles, but it doesn't put footsteps for those, like things that lead to side areas or something. But this is the only main quest area available, perhaps? I don't know. Oh, so now I have to like try to dig out of my brain what I had already figured out about this puzzle. Anything? Oh, nothing. I wasn't stuck on this, because I could have done this, and I haven't even done that. Okay, cool. What are we trying to do here? I guess we want to get a log where I'm standing now, so I can push this thing down and have it scoot a bit further south to be walk-overable. And the only way to do that would be to put a horizontal log here, which I suppose we could do like that. Oh, but this will go too far then. So I also need this to be... Wait, that doesn't work. Ah, I need to get it here, and then myself push it this way. I see. Is that possible? Maybe I meant to put this one here instead. One thing I don't actually know about is like, wait, can I do anything with this? What I was thinking is, suppose that I could get the log above me to be here. Would it be legal for me to stand here and push off of it? Or would it be like you can't because you're standing on just an unstable log? I'm not sure. But so, I think we need to have not put this here yet and do something else with it, like what? I could put it here, but I can't use it as a backstop for this thing, I don't think. Huh. What if I knock this over first? And then roll this in? That's no good, right? Oh, it is good, because I can make this part a raft. I see. Rainbow brittle. What actually is this? I can't tell. Humans use prisms, oh okay, it's a prism, to separate white light into rainbows for many years. Physically capturing rainbows came later when optical scientists discovered imprisming technology. Solid rainbows have a minty flavor and were often sold as sweets. I see. So this is some sort of candy that I don't recognize, I guess? Makes sense why you would call it rainbow brittle. Okay, well, we have to start here. That's the only legal choice. What's the goal? Well, that seems interesting, but not good enough. Am I gonna roll this along? It'll go as far as it can, and then turn into a raft? Okay. That's the mechanic they're teaching me there. I suppose we want to do this. I can cross this way for free. Television wand. These ornate sticks were used to summon or banish entertainment from an electrical box. Possession of the stick allowed the human user to choose what the entire group must watch. The stick was the focus of much conflict. That's probably accurate. Okay, so here I am, doing everything I can, etc., etc. Where am I trying to go? Probably here, right? I don't see a way to get there otherwise at the moment. But how could such a thing be possible? How could I get a log here and then push it here? It can't be done, right? Now I could get a log here first, or get a log here where I'm standing now, and then push it south. If I got to the north of it, like push like so, right? But I don't think I can actually get a log to stop here. Could I? How would I do that? I would need something here to stop it. And there's no way to get a log here, I don't think. Is it possible that I'm meant to go north from here? I don't think it is. Just like, what happens? Right, if I was thinking what happens if I like roll a log to here and then roll another one into where that log is. But that like as soon as I roll a log into this guy, it'll sink off into the ocean. So you can never really line up two logs in a row like that. One will push the other. At least not by rolling. You could do it some other way. And then I assume they kind of move like a Newton's cradle toy, right? Only the furthest one would move. Perfectly elastic collisions. So, I mean, a thing we could do, I'm not totally sure why, but we could do this. Right? What is the value of this? First of all, it lets me do this if I want, although I don't see why I would. It also lets me do this, so I could have a log kind of facing the wrong way there. Again, I don't really see why, it just lets me put this raft in. And I can't... Is that interesting for some reason? Do I want to do this? What does that help with? I don't know, nothing, right? So this kind of seems like an interesting way to use these two trees. But I don't see any specific advantage to actually doing so. Huh. Yeah, like... even... supposing that from here I could get to the other side of this log and push it east, it would stop here. And then, what? I could, like... make a raft here, and then roll something over it? I don't think that would help, because I wouldn't be allowed to hop from the raft onto the rolling log, onto the perpendicular log. Okay, so let's see what's going on up here. Nothing, huh? This is like return path only, maybe? Yeah, that's actually kind of weird, because you can't, the only thing you can do is this, and the only other thing you can do is this. Unless I could bring a log here from somewhere else, but even if I could, I don't know what I could do with it. I don't think I could. Okay. Let's go ask fast travel if I'm in the right place. I assume I am, but I don't remember if there were other possibilities. Like, maybe I could go up here. That seems pretty likely. Apparently not, huh? They changed the controls. Zoom in is, what the hell letter is that? O? It used to be the square brackets, and they changed it. Maybe for internationalization reasons. Some people don't have an easy to access square bracket key. So supposedly I can't immediately get here. Or else perhaps it's like an optional thing and it doesn't tell me about optional things. Unsurprisingly, there is where my progress is meant to be. And again, this is the only legal first step. I guess we could do this. Is that interesting? That maybe does actually let me realize the dream I had about what if, just seeing what would happen if I did that. What if I put a raft here and then rolled a log down it? Would I be allowed to hop onto the log or not? Oh! Oh! Right, that won't make a raft because this is facing the wrong way. So I'll make a steppable thing here and a raft south of it, and that will be allowed. Interesting. Okay, now we need to get these trees here, right? Both of them to make a raft. I don't see anything else we could do to escape this island except get back here, which sucks. Seems... the only... well, no, that sucks, doesn't it? I guess at some point our progress has to look like this. This has to be a step, right? And then I can do... yeah. I can put that there as a blocker for this guy. Toss you... ah! Toss you in, come back and bring this one, and now I have my raft. Okay. A popcorn stand? Oh, you just get to eat it. I've seen this image on like Reddit or something. I'm now realizing. Huh. I don't know, it's kind of funny, like, this game This game and Spring Falls, being a kind of more atmospheric, arty puzzle game, are kind of interesting to me because I think of myself as a more mechanics-focused player, and I appreciate more utilitarian interfaces, even if it comes at the expense of like looking particularly nice. But I do also kind of appreciate nice, thoughtful art. Both in like visual art and music and so on. As long as that does not get in the way of, like, it does not like ruin the affordances or whatever. This game, everything is communicated very clearly to you. Well, and you could turn on the grid in case it wasn't. And so I feel like they've done a fine job. By the way, what is this all about? Oh. I guess it's to get up here, right? Anyway, so I don't know. It just reminds me of, like, I was so excited about the art for like Hollow Knight, for example. It looked and sounded so nice, in addition to being a really tight platformer. And this one, you know, it has some nice, you know, relaxing art. When you want to break from the puzzle, you can just chill out and eat some popcorn. Like, I appreciate that, even though kind of like my mental model of myself is that I shouldn't care about that. Where are we like going here? Obviously we can go this way, but then what's this second tree for? It seems like it belongs here, doesn't it? But the only thing you can ever do with this tree, like that sucks, right? The only thing you can ever do with it is go here, which means you can't use it to help you manipulate this tree. So we can easily look at all 8 of the things you could possibly do with, well, 16? There's only 16 things you could legally do with this tree. Push it up and then push it right. Oh, it stops there. That's true. Ooh, look how clever I am. Yeah. Well, now I know what happens if you, this is something I was trying to remember what would happen, is if you were standing on a log and you wanted to push a log that was in the kind of perpendicular direction, would you be allowed to? And the answer is yes. Well, I'm going up here first. This looks hard for some reason. I don't know why. What even is the goal? I think you have to get 3 trees in a row like this, which... How could that be possible? Because, like, they would make a raft normally, right? So I think you need 2 of them to be aligned, this way. No, that's not possible either. So, like, okay, the first one you put down is oriented horizontally, right? Then you roll one over it and it lands here and is oriented vertically. Then what? Ah, then you put another one here and its orientation doesn't matter. No. Because then that makes this a raft. Oh yeah, that's fine. And then you roll another one over, and it's oriented horizontally, so you can't actually walk across this way, but you could walk across like this. So I think that's the goal state, which means get a horizontal one, then a vertical one, then a vertical one, then a horizontal one, all here. Okay. Well, how do we get a horizontal one here first? I guess, like, this seems fine? How am I ever going to do anything with this tree? The only thing I could do is kick it in here. Okay. So I guess I was saying this one would have to be vertical because I would be rolling it along here, but that's not actually true. It would be just fine horizontal as well, forming a bridge this way, and it's easy to get that. So now all I have to do is roll 2 trees down this, right? Easier said than done, sure, but hopefully not impossible. Maybe something like this to get its orientation right. And then this is kind of the only thing we can do here, right? Yeah, there we go. Should do it. You know what I should have done at some point is checked whether like before I solved this, were there footprints here? Like once sorry, it's hard to hold the map navigation and the mouse at the same time. Once I put this tree here, would there still be footsteps here telling me to go this way? Or not? I don't know. I don't know whether it tells me about these kind of like optional side things. What the hell do I do with these two trees? They don't go anywhere. Right? I mean, it's not quite true. I could, like, put them over here. I was trying to figure out if there's some way I could extract them from this island and use them elsewhere, but the tree stump is stopping me, right? So, I don't know. It's a mystery. Anyway, let's go this way. Ah, that's what I need them for. They have to, I can't leave this. Got it. So, do I just have to roll two of them this way? Oops, that's not gonna work. It's oriented wrong. I see. How do I fix that orientation issue? Actually, how did I get it up there to begin with? I've already forgotten. Was it like this? No, because then it rolls off. Now, it would also be fine to turn both of these steps into a raft, right? I don't have to roll two of them down to the end and make that a raft. But, like, that's sort of an easy first step. I don't know if it's the best step. But, importantly, I guess, I think anyway, is that I can always do that later? Like... Right, now I can't get this up onto the thing anymore, right? So, it seems to be a question of what orientation do I push this off into? Like, I can basically, if I do this, or, I don't know, this, it's in kind of a horizontal rotation when it gets here. And I can't push it south, so it starts in a horizontal rotation, and that means that if I only do upending, it'll always be in a horizontal rotation when it gets here, whichever way I went. The question is, I can only adjust its parity by 1, as far as I can tell, by doing that. Ah, and now I can fix this guy's parity as well, yeah? I think. I'm actually a bit stuck now. Maybe that's not such a clever idea. But so the question is, do I want to adjust its parity? In which case, I don't know how to get it back on. Oh no, it's like this, right? No, it still goes over. So, it kind of seems like I should not adjust its parity. And I should just roll it over. Which means I need to get this guy up there. Yeah, see, this is not what I want. I need to get this guy up there also having its parity adjusted, right? Can I still do that? I don't see how. There's nothing to roll it into. Ah, there it is. But I can't actually get it on now? Is that right? Okay, that adjusted parity again in a way that was either good or bad, but I'm not sure which. Yeah, well, I guess fair. If you just parity twice, you're back to where you started, huh? That does make sense. But I'm not, right? Because it's now not the way it used to be. So, is there some way that still having the other small tree, or even this large tree, still around would help me? I don't think having a large tree around can ever help, because the only way I can ever push it is north. And if I leave it alone, it's not really doing anything a stump isn't doing, I think. Yeah. So that is like a reasonable first step. I believe that doesn't break the puzzle. And then which of these guys do I adjust first? Or do I like, I mean, you know. Wait. Isn't that all I needed? No. Because now this one has the wrong parity. And I can't get it. Ugh. How? Why is this so weird? Because I can get this one. Right. I've only so far found a way to get this tree on horizontally, and many different ways to get this tree on vertically. But I need to either get them both on horizontally or both on vertically, right? Either one of those would be fine with me. But I can't seem to do it. I can't adjust their parity and still get them on this stump. Okay, so maybe the question is like, why can't I do that? And what do I have to do to fix that problem? It seems like this is the right approach for this guy, right? I can do this, as we've discussed. But I can't... Like, if I adjust its parity, I can't seem to get... I can't get it on at all? Okay, so something we looked at, but I maybe didn't follow through on as much as I should have, was this. Okay, obviously that's not great. Yeah, this looks cool because it lets me adjust the parity of this guy while it's falling off, but I cannot then get to the south of these to do anything with them. Right? Except by knocking them into the ocean, which is no good. Alright, let's go look at... There was some other direction I could have gone, wasn't there? Yeah, this way. Whoop. So I can do this. There we go. Wasn't sure exactly what would happen there, but it seemed like a sensible approach. Inflatable chick. This charming creature must be the juvenile form of the inflatable flamingo. After hatching from the inflatable egg, it takes to the water, bobbing about until it reaches maturity. If squeezed, it lets out a squeaky cry, presumably alerting parent birds to the danger. I feel like the writing for this would have been a little bit better if they hadn't said like stuff like presumably so much or believed to be. If they just kind of wrote it as though it were fact, and you know, let people like kind of smile like, hey, that's not actually true. Yeah, so there's the optional exhibit we could get to if we solved all this stuff, I guess. And then it just brings us back here. So where am I going? Like, this looks sort of promising because a bridge here does not seem very useful. And furthermore, because there's a rock there to stop us, which seems like it's probably there for a reason. I don't know. On the other hand, we don't really want to do this since we're just trapped then. But it might equally be right to do this for some reason I don't yet see, like maybe you need this bridge as a thing to roll one of these across? No, I don't think that can be true. So this seems like the right start, but we could revisit that later, perhaps. Although actually hopping off could be wrong, right? I might be intended to do this first. Like maybe all I need to do is toss this in here for some reason that I don't immediately see. Ah, that's an interesting reason. Yes. Now if I push this down, I make a raft there to round the corner. Well, this eventually has to go here. It doesn't have to necessarily be now. This doesn't have to be here. We could approach it from the other side and push it up. But then it's just standing here and there's nothing you can do with it. So I think it has to go down. Then I could immediately push it right. Or I could go this way, but then I can't get back to it, right? I can't go back over this bridge. So this looks like a natural start, although it may not be the right one. I want to push this tree south, but have a log standing here so it slides a bit further. But I don't see how to do that. Do I? Like I can do... Oh! Does that help somehow? Doesn't look very good. Yeah. But it is kind of interesting how nicely this all fits together. Suggesting maybe I'm supposed to do something sort of like this, but not quite. Okay, let's say I didn't push this over first. Right? Say I just went this way. Which I believe entails, oops, doing this. What could I then do over here that I couldn't do when this tree was here? Well... that, I suppose. Interesting, because then I could do this. Whoa! Whoa! What happens if I do this now? Oh, it won't go. Well... okay, that doesn't seem very great. I can afford to hop off here, actually, because I can always get back there if I want by going this way. So maybe I'm supposed to do something with this to get it out of the way first? Like, I could do that. Then come back up here. And now this guy's ready to hop in here if I wanted it to. Or maybe even here? Ooh, what would this do if I roll this in? Yeah, nothing actually good. And that is fairly pointless, I believe. Yeah. But it did seem kind of interesting using this guy falling to change the parity of this in a way that was not possible before. Right, that lets us get it up onto this stump. Which seems useful, but maybe actually isn't. Wait, what if I went over here? Is that useful for some reason? It's so far to the right that I was kind of just ignoring it, but actually... What if we tried that? No, don't do that. Do that. Right, if I put that there... I'm not sure exactly how to finish the rest of it, but... Yeah, actually it looks like I can't. I can make this a raft, but that doesn't actually help me. I can push that there, but again, doesn't actually help. Alright, is there anywhere else I can go, or is it just those two puzzles that are still open? I think it's just those two puzzles, right? Yeah, there's... Wait, is that one there or not? It's not. Okay. So it actually says only one puzzle? Just this one? This one doesn't count because it's not real progress. Okay, well now we know the rules about that anyway. Saying if you want to get to the end of the game, skipping the optional stuff, go here. I guess we'll never get to see that house of cards. I think I will indeed follow through on my threat and make this the end of the series. If you guys enjoyed watching this game, well, you probably won't be buying it because you've seen the solutions to so many of the puzzles. But if you... I don't know. I bet there are people who want to do them anyway. You probably don't remember all the solutions anyway. So, I don't know. If this is the kind of game that you're into, you could buy it. I don't think that would be an insane thing to do. It's a pretty cool game. I'm just like discovering that I'm not a huge fan of the kind of rolling cylinder puzzle style games like Steven's Sausage Roll and so on. It's like, okay, and this game does a good job of it and looks very pretty, but I don't really have that much fun with the puzzles. So that's going to be the end of it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.